Hi everyone, this is Michelle Incepido, and we are live right now on my podcast. If you're listening, there's a good chance you felt this too, how technology keeps moving forward and somehow it keeps moving us with it. Most of us want to save time, feel understood, and stay informed. And when it comes to artificial intelligence, you might feel excited, cautious, or a mix of both. Either way, you're not alone. Today, we're talking about how AI influences everyday communication, the past, the present, and what's coming next. And yes, I brought real stories and actual cases that made headlines. Let's get into it. I was one of those millennials who would flip through real dictionaries to find the meaning of a single word. Sometimes the word wasn't even there, so I would ask my mom to buy me a new thick and real dictionary. Messages were manual, translation was slow, captions were rare. Maybe you've had moments like that too, when learning meant patience and turning pages. Back then, technology wasn't helping us communicate. It was just sitting quietly in the background, waiting for the right moment. Every email, every school paper, poems, books, ideas, all are written from scratch and not just with prompts. Then things changed. Spell check showed up, predictive text appeared, translation tools improved, communication got a little easier, and little by little, AI stepped up quietly into our routines. Scholars now say that even the early systems didn't just move words around, they started changing the meaning by what they corrected, suggested, or highlighted. Fast forward to today. You probably notice it. AI shows up in your captions, translations, smart replies, tone helpers, and all the recommendations you scroll past. Based on my research, people truly feel these tools changed how we communicate. In my survey, all of my participants agreed that AI has changed how we do communication nowadays. Almost everyone says AI makes life easier. They told me it gives ideas faster, makes messages clearer, summarizes what matters, and helps with school and work. What about you? Has AI ever given you the right words when you were stuck? Or maybe answered a silly question you didn't want to ask anyone else? Feel free to share it in the comments. Many participants also admitted that AI can make people lazy if we rely too much on it. And honestly, I get it. Sometimes a smart reply finishes our thought a little too perfectly. It also defines what we see online. Most respondents said algorithms control the content on their social media feeds. You might have noticed it too. Talk about something, and suddenly the ads find you, or a similar content shows up, like how TikTok and Facebook feel like they know your mood before you say a word. Some people find this helpful, faster, more relevant. Others say it feels too filtered, like you were being controlled, and both can be true at once. Access is improving and accuracy still matters. Auto captions help more people follow content, but platforms like YouTube warn that machine learning captions can misinterpret speech, especially accents, background noise, or fast talk. Accessibility experts remind us that errors can frustrate or even exclude people who depend on accurate captions. Communication is emotional as much as informational. Most participants in my survey felt that AI affects the authenticity of the message. People notice when something sounds polished but not personal. It's true that AI gives convenience, but sincerity is very important, so the receiver of the message gets that you are serious. Researchers point out that AI is no longer just a tool. It's becoming an active presence in communication. It selects, organizes, and frames meaning across platforms, affecting culture, journalism, and everyday conversations. In this section, I want to explain how AI can be misused and why safeguards are important. We've already talked about real-world cases where AI tools were used to deceive people. For example, before a US primary election, an AI-generated voice message imitating President Biden was sent to voters, telling them not to vote. Investigators later traced the source and issued major penalties. Another example involves non-consensual deepfakes. Early in 2024, explicit AI-generated images of Taylor Swift spread across social media, reaching huge audiences before platforms took them down. The incident sparked public outrage and pushed lawmakers to revisit protection laws. We also saw how synthetic visuals can spread false information. A fake image appearing to show an explosion near the Pentagon went viral in 2023, causing confusion and even a brief impact on the financial markets. AI voice cloning has also been used in scams. The FTC warns about cases where criminals clone a family member's voice to pretend someone is in danger and request urgent money. The safest response is to pause, verify through a known number, and refuse pressure to pay. Even businesses have been targeted. In one case, criminals used an AI-cloned version of a CEO's voice to convince an employee to transfer a large sum of money. This shows how easily fake audio can take advantage of trust. These situations happen in real life, and I wish I was being theoretical. These examples show how easily familiar signals like a face, a voice, or a breaking news image can be convincingly faked. And that's why strong guardrails and responsible use of AI matter. And guardrails are the safety rules and controls that ensure AI behaves responsibly and that they prevent harmful content, protect users, and enforce ethical behavior. On the bright side, I think machine learning has positive impact in everyone's life, like first, accessibility and inclusion. AI tools like the basic auto captions and translation have already made content easier to follow for people who are deaf, hard of hearing, or learning a new language. And moving forward, these tools will become even better, with captions that understand different languages, dialects, and tones. If you care about making sure everyone can participate and understand you, you can use AI to translate your language for you. Second, AI is expanding creativity. Before, creating content required expensive equipment or a full studio. Today, many of those tools, like drafting, captioning, designing thumbnails, or even generating music ideas, are available right in the browser. This lowers the barrier for anyone who wants to be creative. In the future, working alongside AI will feel natural. It's like having a creative partner who helps structure your ideas and style. Third, AI can make communication clearer and less stressful. Tools that suggest grammar, tone, or structure help us express ourselves more confidently and save time. It makes writing smoother without replacing our own voice. AI also helps by turning long meetings or messy notes into clear summaries and action steps. You can feel the benefit of AI when you enjoy that feeling like you communicated effectively and quickly. Fourth, AI supports cross-cultural connection and learning. Real-time translation and global content feeds allow us to communicate across borders more easily. Early research even shows that students improve their intercultural communication skills when supported by these tools. In the future, AI will give even better support to minority languages and cultural nuances, helping more people feel represented and understood. There's a lot of sites that are very notable about AI, such as it defines the meaning of messages. Modern systems co-produce communication by selecting, summarizing, and framing what rises on our screens. Speed versus sincerity is the new trade-off. AI suggestions can make talk faster and more positive, but people question authenticity when they suspect a machine learning helped. One of my respondents overwhelmingly said their feeds are algorithm driven, and that convenience is real, but so is the risk of tunnel vision if we never audit our inputs. I mean, we can't just scroll and click, right? Accuracy gaps can exclude people who depend on captions. Like communication ethics with machine learning are essential. That's why UNESCO's guidance emphasizes fairness, transparency, and cultural rights in AI-mediated communication. They support diverse languages and avoid bias so minority voices gets heard. We're heading toward machine learning assistants that see, hear, and speak across text, images, audio, and video, summarizing meetings, translating different kinds of languages, and more. We should expect labels, watermarks, and provenance that show how content was made and what was AI assisted. Preventive communication strategy, platform accountability, and civic resilience matters so much, so people can trust again anything that is circulated in digital space. Based on my research question, AI users think the next 5 to 10 years will bring more dependence and bigger fights against misinformation. So the real question is not if we use AI, but how we use it. 5 simple habits to keep your messages human, because you can use AI without losing yourself. Like, for example, your intention should be clear and let AI clean, not decide. You must provide proper prompt to make the AI follow you. The command should be based on your personal tone of voice with the highest level of critical thinking, and of course, let it know how to avoid plagiarism. Diversify your input. Follow voices outside your algorithmic lane. AI used to sit quietly in the background, but now it's basically pulled up a seat beside us. And if you're like most people who care about staying real while getting things done faster, you already know the balance we need. Being transparent, be real, and make sure everyone feels being contextually appropriate. When we do that, we get efficiency without sacrificing authenticity. Thank you for listening on my podcast today. Again, this is Michelle, and I'll see you in the next episode. Stay curious, stay real, and keep slaying.